Neuner. He is the founder of On-Chain Capital and the host of CNBC Africa's Crypto Trader. Rand, welcome back to the show. Good to see you again.
Nice to be here.
It has been manipulated. I mean, anybody who follows any of the crypto Twitter people know that everybody thinks manipulation is going on. You say it has happened, but before, not now.
I think in the past it was easier to manipulate Bitcoin. There were fewer exchanges, there were fewer on-ramps, fewer off-ramps. It was easy. We also had some tweets exposed the other day about a group who were manipulating small penny tokens, and they got exposed for manipulating small illiquid tokens. I think today it's a bit more difficult. I think you've got many exchanges, you've got many on-ramps and off-ramps, the volume is much higher, you've got Asia, you've got the US. So I think today it would be a lot harder to manipulate. In the past, probably did happen.
I get that there's so many more exchanges, that there's more liquidity, but there has been market manipulation of things like LIBOR, which is perhaps one of the deepest markets out there in the whole world, and banks have colluded to manipulate that. So why not cryptocurrency, especially when, I mean, if US regulators are clamping down here, are we seeing the same sort of regulatory response in terms of price manipulation overseas, like in South Korea, say?
Well, I'm confused because the SEC hasn't regulated cryptocurrency and they haven't regulated Bitcoin. So what is the problem of driving the prices up? It's illegal in terms of what act? We're not regulated as an equity, we're not a currency, we're not a commodity. We don't know what we are. So these crackdowns are making me a little bit nervous because what are they looking for and under what law are they going to penalize people for what's going on in the markets?
So in terms of the reaction, I mean, Seema had pointed out that initially on this report, we had seen crypto trade lower in general, finished the day sort of higher. It's trading around 7,500 on Bitcoin right now. Should traders actually be more cautious? Because it is so uncertain what the SEC, what the CFTC, whoever, the DOJ is going to look at.
When they come out with regulation, it's going to open the floodgates for new money to come into crypto. Think about a pension fund investor, someone who's investing on behalf of a pension fund, who stands up in front of his investment committee or his board and says, I want to invest in this thing called crypto.
But we're not talking about regulation here. We're just talking about some sort of crackdown.
But
I mean, does anybody really, do you feel that people are really talking about putting regulations on the books at this point?
I think regulation is imminent.
Oh, it's coming, but I mean, do you feel like it's being talked about? That's what's happening right now?
I think someone's going to lay down the gauntlet and say, okay, this is the regulation, and everyone's going to follow, and hopefully that'll be the SEC. Crackdowns, yeah, there will be crackdowns. I encourage the crackdowns. I hope that they can catch the people because we've got to weed out the bad actors. If we have bad actors, it's going to create a lack of trust in this asset class. If we want to make this a real asset class with real people, then let's weed out the bad actors. But the first step is, let's legislate first, let's regulate first, so we know what the playing field looks like. And then let's go out and catch the bad actors.
So, Rand, because it's been such a speculative friend.
So the main point on this part where I want to talk to my audience and kind of bring up is this is one reason you got to be very careful with small cap coins. In the previous video, I kind of mentioned that, yeah, I think the market was being manipulated when it's under 100 billion. But, you know, we're now sitting at a 300, and that was like a year ago. Like a year ago, the total market cap in what is that, June of last year was about 70 billion. But now today with a $300 billion market cap, I don't think it's happening. And my main concern is the small coins, the coins that are under a billion market cap. Those can be manipulated pretty easily. So like I said, if you're going to be investing in ICOs and smaller projects, that's where I can definitely see people manipulating the price and obviously taking advantage of people. So just be careful. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this, and I will talk to you guys soon.